Before we start, may I introduce the group member, Clara Bessinger and Edwin, Dorothea and Romeo, Mildred and Jam and Charles Billy, and Veronica Vivian and Ronston.
May I present you the introductions of Laos.
We look into the introduction. Head of State of Laos is President Thongloun Sisoulith. He has become president since 22nd March 2021 until now. He is also the General Secretary of the Lao People's Revolutionary Party. Head of government is Prime Minister Samdech Sipradhan. He was elected on 30th of December of 2022 and has become the Prime Minister since then. The capital city of Laos is called Vientiane, and according to the record in 2023, the population of Laos is 7.69 million. They have a land area of 236,800 square kilometers. Their main economic sources are mining, agriculture, and tourism. Their currency is called Kim, and as you can see under there, the small picture under there is how their money look like. On to the background of Laos. First, we will look into the history of Laos. Laos is a landlocked country since it is surrounded by land and has no water territories. Laos is bordered by Thailand, Myanmar, Vietnam, Cambodia, and China. Laos was conquered by the Kingdom of Siam and later the colonial power of France in Japan. It has gained a full sovereign status as a constitutional monarchy in the year of 1953, called the Royal Lao Government. They have gained their independence in the year of 1954. For information, Laos is a democratic country, however changed to communist ideologist. And on 2nd December of 1975, the Lao People's Democratic Republic was officially established. After the fall of the royal government, the Lao People's Revolutionary Party, also known as LPRP, became the ruling political party in the country. And to this day, Laos still remains a communist state with a dominant single political party.
As for the next part, I will explain you about the background of Laos, which their concept on political and cultural aspect. The first one is political. Laos, officially known as the Lao People Democratic Republic, Lao PDR, operates under a political system that can be best described as a single-party socialist republic. The political landscape of Laos is dominated by the Lao People Revolutionary Party, LPRP, which has been powers in the country establishment in 1975. The head of the state is President Thongloun Sisoulith, who is also the LPRP General Secretary, making him the supreme leader of Laos. The head of the government is Prime Minister Samdech Sipradhan. The LPRP is the only legal political party in Laos. It controls all aspects of governance, including the executive, legislative, and judicial branches. The General Secretary of the LPRP is often considered the most powerful figure in the country. The National Assembly of Laos is the country legislative party, but it operates under the guidelines of LPRP. While they are the political organizations and group in Laos, they are generally subordinate to the LPRP and are not allowed to challenge its authority. The governments of Laos follow a socialist ideology, which emphasizes collective ownership of the means of production and central planning of the economy. However, in recent years, Laos have undergone some economic reform to encourage private investment and market-oriented policies, although the LPRP remains firmly in control of the political system. Overall, the political concept of Laos revolves around the dominance of the LPRP and its socialized ideology with limited political pluralism and a centralized system of governance. Next one is cultural aspect of Laos. Laos is country rich in cultural heritage with a diverse tapestry of custom, habits, and beliefs that have been shaped by its history, geography, and ethnic diversity. The first one is Theravada Buddhism. Buddhism is deeply ingrained in Laos culture and society. The majority of Laotians adhere to Theravada Buddhism, which influence various aspects of daily life, including ritual, festival, and moral values. Monks play a significant role in society, and temple offering a common practice. The second one is Lao New Year, Pi Mai. They celebrate in mid-April. Pi Mai is one of the most important festivals in Laos. It marks the beginning of the traditional Lao lunar calendar and characterized by the water-related festivities, temple visit, and the sprinkling of saint water of good luck and blessing. The last one is spirituality and animism. Alongside the Buddhism, animist belief and spiritual practice are also prevalent in Lao culture. Spirits are believed to inhabit natural elements such as tree, rivers, and mountain, and ceremonies are conducted to appease them and seek their blessings. Social aspect of Laos. Among the social aspect chosen was agriculture, race, and their celebration towards national heroes. Number 1. Agriculture. Laos is famous for its rice fields. Rice cultivation is a significant agricultural activity in Laos, particularly in regions in the lowland areas of Laos, where rice-growing villagers between each mountains are commonly found. The second one is race. Laos consists of people with many different races. Among them are the Lawi. The Lawi, or also known as the Lawa people, are an ethnic group that inhabits Laos' Ba Luang Plateau. They are considered among other tribes as the Wa, Rumai, Alaong, and Riang tribes. Lao also consists of ethnic Lao. In Luang Prabang, Laos, spirit cults and Buddhism are brought together to perform rituals. Buddhist ceremonies connected to ceremonial boat races in Luang Prabang are influenced by ghost cults. According to a journal article written by Sayaka Hashimoto, ceremonial boats are built using a sacred tree along with the boat spirit. It is also believed that a mythological entity called Naga lives in the Mekong River during the dry season and in the waters during the rainy season. The third one, celebration towards national heroes. Laos has celebrated national heroes, including prominent figures from its history. Among them is Chao Anuvom. He is a famous king from the pre-colonial Lang Sang Kingdom. The citizens of Laos also built figures or statues of their national heroes, including the statue of Chao Anuvom. These statues is to be an example for the modern-day leaders in Laos. Let's proceed to the domestic issues in economic. First, high level of debt in Laos. In July 2022, World Bank has warned Laos as they are on a debt crisis. Laos has identified a high level of public debt and an inadequate tax-based limited financing options, low foreign currency that bring threats to country economic stability and development. Outlook. The total value of government errors and sublines included in public and publicly guaranteed debt was projected to be more than $15.9 billion in 2023, or 135% of GDP. In fact, half of the external debt is owed to China, as China have funded several large infrastructure projects in the country. Secondly, inflation. Inflation rate in January 2024 24.44%, which there is a slight increase from December 2023 with 24.37% based on Laos Statistic Bureau. The primary causes of inflation is there is an increase in prices of food and drink brought on by the festive season, which spike in demand.
Take a look on domestic issues in social. In 2023, more than 61,000 were found to be unemployed due to COVID-19 pandemic and economic downturn in Laos with a third the citizens and industry. Not only that, due to greater salaries outside, majority of the citizens prefer to pursue the professions abroad. This lead to labor shortage in Laos. In total of 61,000, which equivalent to 34.4% of the labor force, including 21,000 of women are unemployed. Next, child poverty.
Surprisingly, poverty are also one of the social issues. In 2022, nearly 23% of the total populations of 7.2 million are trapped in poverty. This problem are not only affecting in adults, but also half population in Laos whose age under 18 are impacted by poverty. Factors that causes child poverty are include nutrition, child labor, and education. This lead to malnutrition among the children, which indicate food insecurity continues to be an issue in Laos. It was estimated that 28.2% of children are involved in labor from 2015 and 2022. This led to child labor, which is only children are not mastering in minimum proficiency level in education in terms of reading, writing, and math skill, as they need to go to work and not to get education. Domestic issues in terms of political aspect. The political in Laos is currently experiencing unrest and significant challenges. The country, ruled by the Lao People's Revolutionary Party, LPRP, which is their government, is facing protests due to various issues. These include economic issues, corruption, and demands for accountability. The protest in Laos has also been fueled by economic struggles, high debt levels made by the government, and a lack of governance reform. The government is currently challenged to calm the public dissatisfaction, implement economic reforms, reduce corruption, and improve the living conditions of the citizens in Laos. The second political issue is the mines and unexploded ordnance from the Vietnam War. The Vietnam War started in November 1st, 1955. US bombers were plummeting communist supply lines on both sides of the Vietnam-Laos border. Often with the little regard for civilian casualties, they dropped an estimated 2 million tons of ordnance during the conflict, making Laos marked as #1 most bombed nation in history. This is also a threat towards the daily lives of the Laos citizens. Lastly, on the domestic issue is security in Laos. According to a website titled Travel Advice and Advisory for Laos, there are many types of security problems. Among them is petty crimes, environmental and health risks, and also criminal activity. Petty crimes. These crimes include mugging, sexual assault, theft, bag snatching, and these are commonly found, especially in tourist areas and during festival. The most concerning ones is that criminals may spike food and drinks with drugs. Particularly in Vang Vieng, it is frequently found that spiked food and spiked drinks are sold towards foreign people. Environmental and health risks. healthcare services are limited, especially outside urban centers. They have limited healthcare services for diseases like dengue fever and also cholera. Landmines and powerful storms also occur as environmental problems towards the Laos citizens. Since the late 2015, there has been random shooting incidents near Zaisambun town. Bokyo province also faces issues of criminal activity. These criminal activities include drug, human trafficking, and as well as employment scams. On the security issue of Laos, there is also an ongoing low-level armed conflict in the Taofen region due to a Hmong-led insurgency. In conclusion, we can conclude that Laos is one of the countries in Southeast Asia that currently developed despite of its small population. Laos is a country that full of history, culture, food, political aspect, and much more interesting things. The Laos government has committed to achieving the sustainable development goals and removing the country from the least developed country category by 2026. The government has stated that they will be concentrated on developing the country's human resources, regulating the economy, reducing poverty, and last but not least, if you love tourism, enjoy visiting Laos, as there will be more surprises inside the country for you.